You're not going to believe this gorgeous new home in Medina, just minutes from Bellevue, one of the most exclusive spots on Seattle's Eastside. Come tour this home with me. Today I've got a beautiful luxury home tour for you right here in Medina, Washington, next to Bellevue, Washington. This is a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath house. It's 5,660 square feet and the lot size is over 10,000 square feet. Let's get into it. Special thank you to the listing agent of this property, Ryan Valdez with Windermere Real Estate, for allowing me to tour this lovely home and film it for you, my dear viewers. Another thing that I love about this home is it has a dedicated home theater room. I'm a movie buff and a home theater enthusiast myself, so I geek out whenever I see one of these dedicated spaces. We will for sure get to it in a bit. Now, a little warning for you, or a disclosure if you will, right out of the gate. I do these home walkthroughs in detail for my out-of-town and even international buyers. I've been used to doing long video tours for all of my relocation clients that I've been working with. So when I decided to do home tours for YouTube, I kept that format in mind. My videos are probably a lot longer than you are accustomed to seeing on YouTube from other home tour channels, and that is by design. I like to tour all of these spaces you would want to know about as if you were not able to tour the home yourself. So I'll be taking you on a journey and you will be relying on me to be your eyes, your ears, your hands for tactile feel, and yes, even my nose. Good news, by the way, this house smells like luxury. I thought it might be a good idea to quickly read this listing remarks from the listing agent so you might be able to hear what you want to be on the lookout for when you're touring this home with me. So here's the listing remarks. Discover luxury living in the modern build by Belmark. Nestled in a charming Medina Heights, the lush and peaceful surroundings welcome you. Inside, sunlight floods the open concept main living, highlighting designer finishes throughout. The gourmet kitchen boasts high-end Wolf appliances and a sleek, functional layout perfected for entertaining. This floor also offers an ensuite guest bedroom and a spacious office. Upstairs retreat to the primary suite with a luxurious bath and attached deck. 3 ensuite guest bedrooms and a loft complete the floor. The lower level features a theater, wine cellar, and bonus room. All are complemented by smart home features, a heated deck, generator, and executive level security for ultimate peace of mind. And of course, if you have any questions on any of this, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is below in the description, which reminds me, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Aaron Morrow. I'm a local realtor over here in the greater Seattle area, and I've been working with clients, buyers, sellers, and investors for over a decade now. And if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate over here, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to do a free consultation for you, free strategy session to go over how we can help you win in this real estate market. Okay, on to the house. Check out all of these luxury high-end appliances throughout this kitchen here. What do you think of the huge island? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I love the quartz. Are you guys into the waterfall design? How this is? Look how wide that island is. I tour a lot of the luxury homes throughout on this channel, and we don't find that many that are this wide as far as the island goes. It's also really nice to see those really nice thick quartz countertops. You'll also notice the under cabinet lighting here If anyone has been watching multiple of my videos, you know I am a sucker for some under cabinet lighting, and I love all the different ways that the builders have figured out how to make them very subdue and low key, so you're not really seeing the under cabinet lighting unless you're looking under the cabinetry. Also love that the quartz goes all the way up to the hood vent here. Super really cool to see. Now, I made a decision after some feedback from people on the channel is I have most of my videos muted throughout the process, so you can kind of just enjoy the home tour without having to hear a bunch of different noises as I'm walking through the property. This property, of course, is rather quiet. You don't hear creaks or anything like that, but I was told that a lot of the sounds when I'm actually playing with the appliances were rather distracting. But you know what? You guys let me know in the comment. I would like to know if it's just that small group of people, or are you guys also liking these home tours where you're just listening to my voice and you're along for the ride? Did you check out those pop-up outlets there? I've been told by a few people that some people like them, some people don't. I think they are very sleek. I like the idea of them. I guess I see the only con to them, plain devil's advocate, is just it's another moving part. So some people just like more simple when it comes to, I guess, you know, things that could go wrong in their property if there's more mechanical parts, but I think they're pretty sweet. So now we are back here checking out this really cool Butler's pantry. It's basically a second kitchen back here, as far as at least having your secondary stovetop, and secondary dishwasher back here. So in theory, this kitchen does come with two dishwashers. I really like seeing that. Did you also notice just how much natural light is flowing through this property right now? Also, I love the overall aesthetics. You'll find that this property went very cohesive, if I remember touring it correctly. A lot of the rooms were pretty similar as far as the design to it. I really like the blend of how the color scheme of the cabinetry mixed with the engineered hardwood. Now, another cool thing to point out is when I walked into the walk-in pantry there, you'll notice the lights instantly turned on because they are set to a motion sensor. I think there's a lot of closets throughout this property that have a motion sensor light, which is really cool. I like seeing that in a lot of these newer luxury construction properties. I have been noticing that. There was a property that I toured in Issaquah that had a little bit different feature where it was on a it was sort of on I would say like a dead man switch on the door, where the moment you open the door, the sensor that makes contact with the door and the door frame, as soon as that release contact, it would instantly turn on the lights in there. But I guess if you were in your pantry closing the door and you were inside your pantry, then the light would turn off. So you wouldn't get as much benefit as a motion sensor in that respect. Okay, now check out just how grand that fireplace is. Love seeing how that brick goes all the way up to the, the vaulted ceiling to the upper story there. This basically is 2 stories worth of open space here. Like seeing the exterior brick through the window, and it's that seamless transition where you've got the interior brick here. Really cool to feel all the detail along this gas fireplace. That's another thing to point out here. This is a gas fireplace. You saw that gas wolf stove. Same with that secondary gas stove that was in the Butler's pantry. How cool are these windows? They're just going up all the way to the ceiling. You get so much light flooding in through this natural environment here in the family room, or great room if you will, since it's got a vaulted ceiling. Also really like seeing the stairs and how the stair lights work. Let me know in the comments below if you're a fan of having stair lights. I could definitely see a use for them, especially at night if you have just your evening lights on. Really like the look of these. Now, I also like that they point down at the step. I think that is helpful. I toured a home in the last couple of months that was in, I believe it was in East Bellevue, and it had lights that shot straight at you when you're walking up the stairs. So I just personally wasn't a huge fan of that, but I'm sure there's plenty of people that dig that. But since the Kelvin was also like a daylight type of light, it was, by the way, how cool are these that they put these in here with the glass, so it's safety, but you can still look through. Getting off topic here. The Kelvin was like daylight, so it was super bright. It was like over 4,000 Kelvin, almost 5,000 Kelvin, the lights, and just shooting straight at you from that riser on the stair. So I'm just more of a fan when the light on the stairs point down to the treads. Now, check out this upper story loft area right here. Again, you've got really nice windows. Oh, look at that chandelier from the entryway. Everything is pretty grand in this house. So we're about to walk into what is the primary bedroom. This is the primary bedroom. Take a look at that. Now that is a king size bed, folks. You've got windows on both sides there. Tons of natural light just flooding in. You've got a composite decking out here as well. You've got a really nice balcony where you've got some views of your neighborhood here. Again, you live in some nice, quiet, peaceful, tranquil suburbia lifestyle right here. Love the mixture of the brick and the wood paneling. Super nice red looking paneling here. Like that color and the texture, of course. How cool is this though? Do you guys like this primary bedroom here? Let me know in the comments. Again, you're getting some really nice, beautiful shots of the engineered hardwood throughout. And again, it's very cohesive throughout. We're about to walk into the primary ensuite, and in here, check out the huge walk-in shower here. And you also have to the left right here, you've got this really nice soaker tub, and you've got a really nice window too. So they've set this where at window height, or like when you're sitting in it, or even at kind of my eye level where I had the camera, you don't see anything out this window. Now, of course, if I get right up to the window and you look down, you can look at your neighbors, but who's going to be doing that? You're going to be sitting, soaking in the tub, maybe reading a book. I don't know. If you're into it, watching on the iPad or something, whatever you're into. Check out the primary closet. This is super cool. Now, these top drawers do have these locks on them. That's pretty cool. I like how this just seamlessly transitions. So notice how this closet also had a motion sensor on it, so it just turned on instantly as we walked through. And by the way, folks, I know that I've missed some stuff back in the bathroom, and we'll go cover that in a bit. I just wanted to show this closet off to you real quick. Now, it does have wall-to-wall carpeting in the closet room as well, and the pad felt really nice, felt very premium. And you'll notice that the closet also, so it attaches both to the ensuite, and then over here it wraps around and you are in your utility room as well. So we will take a look at that in a bit. Love the tile work as well. You've got dual sink vanities in here, and really, really nice. Lots of storage here, deep cabinets as well. And again, you've got those pop-out plugs right here, just showing this off. Now, the quartz countertop in here, it is a little bit different from the one in the kitchen. Has some deeper veins to it. Really love those wall sconces on the mirror. Let me know if you're into that. Now, notice there is that middle plug that has kind of a mirror border around it as well. And then you've got the toilet room or water closet, if you will. It is on a bidet system, so it's a very smart toilet. Love seeing that the door for privacy shuts. Now, I was also pointing out there, those are really cool light switches. I've seen some builders put those in. By the way, there are heated floors. Yes. Feels very nice. Gotta love those heated floors. So those light switches are really cool. They're like, you can pop them off and easily switch them out for like smart switches. So if you wanted to put one in there that's like on a dimmer, or you wanted to put a motion one in there, they're easily, where you can pop them in and out and not having to really take out the whole light switch. So pretty cool design. Love that waterfall overhead or rainwater faucet above there, that shower faucet. Now this looks super clean. I can look at that angle. You can see a seam if you look really up close, but from far back you can't. Well, I guess you could see where it attaches, but super sleek design. Love it. And I loved the detail of the shower niche. Now I was touring a home in Kirkland a few months ago that's also on the channel that had a crazy bathroom. The shower niche was even lit up. So if you want to go check out a cathedral style bathroom that had crazy skylights and everything, go check out that video as well early on the channel. Actually, I will link it right here for you as well. Now, but make sure to go watch that after you finish this home tour, folks. Thanks. So check out the dual washer and dryers here, because, you know, why not have 2 washer and dryers, especially with a home this size? There are plenty of times that I am helping my wife, we're doing the laundry together, and I just am thinking, man, I wish we had 2 washer and dryers, or the room for it for sure. Now check out this linen closet, I guess you'd say, or just a hallway closet. That light does turn on in there as well. Now, as we continue to tour the other bedrooms, let's talk about location for a second, because Medina is not your average Eastside neighborhood. Medina sits right on the shore of Lake Washington, and it's known for privacy, prestige, and community first feel you just can't buy in a new build neighborhood right now. Now, what makes Medina so desirable? First, it's small. Less than 3,000 people live here, and there's virtually no through traffic through Medina. You're not getting any cut through commuters or noise, just tree lined streets, luxury homes, and suburbia. It's a kind quiet that's hard to find this close to a major city, since Medina sits right next to Bellevue. Now, Medina Park is just a few blocks away from this home. It's got trails, a duck pond, and a super peaceful vibe. You also got Overlake Golf and Country Club nearby, and a private lake access if you're part of the beach club communities. Now, Medina also has its own police department, which is rare for cities that are this size and scale. That's a huge selling point for high-profile residents. Security and response time here, absolutely unmatched. Now, if we're comparing Medina to other nearby areas, so how does Medina stack up against other top-tier neighborhoods nearby? Let's compare, to the likes of Clyde Hill, West Bellevue, and Hunts Point, because if you're looking at Medina, those ones are probably also on your radar. So West Bellevue offers urban convenience. It's easy walkability to Bellevue Square, Broadway, Lincoln Square, and the Bravern, but it comes at a cost. Tighter lots, more traffic on local roads, and a more of an urban feel. By contrast, Medina's homes sit on significantly larger lots on average, estate-sized lots, some of them, with privacy, greenery, and lake adjacency. Now, Clyde Hill, like Medina, Clyde Hill was designed to maintain large wooded lots and upscale homes. Think 20,000 plus square foot parcels or lot sizes. Some areas sit at higher elevations, offering lake and skyline views. That said, homes near Bellevue Way or on 520 can be subject to highway noise, while Medina benefits from being flatter and more densely interwoven with quiet residential streets. Now, Hunts Point and Yarrow Point, these are some of the most elite waterfront enclaves in the greater Seattle area, with properties situated on peninsulas and almost all featuring lakefront or lake view lots. Homes here trade at 25 to 40% higher per square foot prices, and inventory is extremely limited. Medina, on the other hand, provides a middle ground, lush, prestigious, and private, but with broader inventory and a comparatively approachable price point, relatively speaking, compared to Hunts Point or Yarrow Point. And again, I wanted to walk you through these neighborhood comparisons because if you're seriously looking in this price range, you're probably also considering places like Clyde Hill, West Bellevue, or even the Hunts Point or Yarrow Point. And Medina really hits this sweet spot. It's elegant, private, super well located, but without tipping into the full-on billionaire territory. Whether you're focused on schools, commute times, lifestyle, or just overall vibe, I want you to have the full picture so you can make a confident move that actually fits your goals. Now, of course, I did not even cover, there are so many other communities that we could cover when we're making these comparisons. Heck, I just threw on the channel a couple weeks ago a property that was in Eastside, and that's another suburb, or I guess neighborhood community that's within Bellevue. And go check out that video, by the way. I will link it here as well. But just so you know, there's so many communities that we could look into. And again, it's a good reminder that if you're not from around here and you'd like to hone in on these areas that you're wanting to look into live in these price points, please reach out to me. I'd love to give you a free strategy session so we can help you make your next move a smooth one. Now, gosh, I gotta say, I love the views from this loft up here. So cool being able to see your 2-story living room right here. Love that chandelier. I also loved the walkway path from those back bedrooms to this front over here. Again, we're getting a good look at that chandelier there. I really love the design and layout of this home. I want to know, though, especially for the viewers that have been watching a ton of my videos, please let me know in the comments below maybe what your favorite home tour is that I've done so far, or how does this layout compared to the other homes that we've toured? Do you like this one better? Same. Let me know. I'm really digging this one. Okay, now again, we're getting just another brief look at the beautiful kitchen there. I don't know if you noticed it a few minutes ago. I pointed out, which is probably going to drive you crazy if you didn't notice it, but I was pointing out how cool and sleek the vents are. You just saw it in the flooring. If you go and rewind and pause just for a quick second, I love how flush the heat vents are for the HVAC in the flooring. Super cool to see there. Now, love the epoxy flooring with the light flooding in from the garage doors here. And now let's do our famous garage door test. Now, that was not that bad at all. Pretty quiet compared to what we feature on the channel. Now, of course, not whisper quiet like I've shown on some stuff, but perfectly adequate, perfectly acceptable. Now, that is much to be found with these side-mounted or jack shaft garage door openers. In general, they are quieter than the trolley ones, the ones that you find, you know, overhead and got the chain system. There's less moving parts to them too, so they're easier to maintain overall. Like seeing them. I know the chain system ones are more popular, but just overall, I think these look nice and sleek on the wall here. Notice so many different panels there. And then you've got a plug-in there, of course. And yeah, check out the front here. Really like the front driveway. Easily fit my car in it. And you could fit so many smart cars in this garage. I bet you could at least fit 10 smart cars into this garage. I was also pointing out the AC units. So there's dual AC heat pump units, I believe, right there from those windows that you saw. And now let's take one more quick listen as we close the doors here. Again, not that bad at all. Let me know, though. I believe the best sounding garage door that we featured on the channel was one of the properties that was in Kirkland. I will also cite that right here for you. Okay, now let's break down the drive times from this part of Medina. One of the biggest reasons people choose Medina is you're close to a lot of important stuff. Well, everything, but it feels a world away. So let's, when you're commuting to downtown Bellevue, this is just 6 minutes, no highways, because you're just right attached to downtown Bellevue from Medina, you can just go right into it. Now, downtown Seattle from this area, Medina, you're usually around 18 to 22 minutes via 520. Again, it could be a lot longer if you hit terrible traffic. Also, do note that we do have tolls here in the greater Seattle area. So 520 is a toll bridge. So if you go over that, you're going to get tolled on 520. However, if you go on I-90, that still is not tolled. I know they're going back and forth on if they're going to do plans to toll it, but as of right now, no tolls for I-90. Now, some of our freeways do have tolls on them, but they have completely optional tolls. And also do know that the SR 99 tunnel that's underneath where the viaduct used to be for Seattle, that is tolled as well. So just keep those in mind when you're commuting around the greater Seattle area. Also, side note, check out this cool heat lamps on this deck, a must-have as well. Now, if you're going from Medina to somewhere, let's say Redmond or Microsoft, headquarters, it's going to be around 15 to 17 minutes. And again, you can skip I-405, so 405 freeway entirely depending on traffic. And let's see, if you were looking to go to SeaTac Airport, you're trying to get out and fly out of here, you're right around 30 to 35 minutes from door to door. However, it could be more than that if traffic's really bad. And here's what's out-of-state buyers love. You've got options in Medina, whether you're heading into Seattle or out towards the Eastside. You're never more than a few turns from a major connection point, but without being boxed in by them. Another thing to keep in mind is take what I'm telling you for drive times with a grain of salt. I always tell my buyers I'm working with, before they buy a home, test your commute to where you will be working. Do an actual dry run before you buy the home so that you can truly know if you're going to be able to stomach that commute. Remember, when you buy the home, you're marrying the commute to work. Unless, of course, you change jobs or better yet, you work from home. And in that case, this home does have a ton of great options for potential home offices, which I'm sure you've already been noticing some of the bedrooms, or you'll notice some of the other rooms as we continue the tour. And we are about to take a look at the downstairs here. Love the lighting that they put again in the stairs as well as the stairway on the walls here, those sconces. Love the look of having this glass here, obviously for protection, so you're not just falling to your doom through these stairs, but just super nice and sleek, and you can get a real good look through the stairwell. Really cool design. And again, love the lighting walking down, so you're not going to fall to your death at night when you walk down here. Super cool. I love the window effect from that glass there. Okay, heading down here, of course, this has a temperature controlled wine cellar. Super nice and open with the glass there. And then we also have the really cool home theater room, which we will check out as well. So check this out. So they put on here saying designed for a home elevator in mind. You would obviously want to talk to an engineer on what sort of elevator type that you could fit into this property. Quick tip, there was a property that was showing in Eastside. I did already tag it earlier, but that property did have a really cool elevator in it. So if you want to go see an elevator in a home, go check out that Eastside video after this one, of course. But yeah, you'd have to check with an engineer if you could fit an elevator system in that closet right there going up. Love the flooring again, very cohesive. Love the bathrooms as well. All the bathrooms are so nice. I can't remember if I've already told this story yet or not on the channel on one of my previous videos, but I was recently working with one of my YouTube buyers or clients that met me off of YouTube, and they were looking to move over here from Texas, and they had a laundry list of items that they were looking for, which was great. They definitely knew what they were looking for. And it turns out we found one of the only properties that would work for them as far as new construction goes, because we're able to find it where the builder was so early on in the process that they could basically put in what this buyer was looking for. They wanted to make sure that their house didn't have any of this engineered hardwood that most of the builders are putting in. I mean, this is very popular. This is what's in for this area. However, this Texas buyer wanted all stone floors everywhere, stone tile through all levels of the home. And because we were able to work with a builder that was so early on in the process, they were basically just at foundation, we were able to pick that for them. So that worked out great for them. So as a reminder, there are things that you can look for if you have super niche needs like that. Otherwise, what you would have to do is find a property where the numbers work for you, and now you're looking at ripping out beautiful flooring that's already there just to put in flooring that you'd like, which some people do make those compromises too. Either way, reach out to me and I'd love to help you and strategize how we could find you the right home you're looking for. Now, we are in the home theater room. Check this out. There's a lot of light bleed that comes from this window, but you could easily close it right here with the blinds. Those blinds are super cool. Here's a back room where you could set up your whole AV setup, control for monitoring and smart wiring in here. This is such a cool setup. You could set up your AV setup in here. Now for that window, you could easily put a curtain up to make it absolute blackout in here. Love the wall sconces. Love the 2-level design for the couches here. Let's simulate and show you how this works when you block this out. Now, light still is coming through from this, so I would suggest a avid home theater buff to, if you're not going to use a television and you're going to truly go with like a home theater setup with a projector or a with a screen combination, to definitely put in blackout curtains as well. This could also be stored for more of your electronics for this room as well. Another option that you could go with a wall that's this huge, and maybe, I don't know the person that's looking to buy this setup, but one thing that I have at my house is a ultra short throw projector. So it's a projector that I'm able to hide in my cabinet that sits right underneath, low hanging cabinets that sit right underneath my 135-inch screen. I also have a really nice ambient light rejecting screen. So pairing that laser projector that shoots right up just a few inches away from the screen, I get perfect, beautiful, vibrant colors even in broad daylight. It's able to cut through all of that ambient lighting. That could be another super cool feature in here if someone's looking to go that route. But of course, someone might just throw in a $10,000 or $20,000 projector unit and hang it on the ceiling and call it good. That has like 10,000 plus lumens in it or whatnot. So if you want to geek out over home theater stuff as well, or you're looking to work with a realtor that cares about home theater, I know there's not too many of us out there, but if you're looking for someone that would love to help you with your home theater setup as well, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to show you how you can go crazy with it in your house. Okay, so that's the downstairs area. Let me know what you think of the downstairs. I really like the setup of everything down here. Just again, this house is so cool. All right, walking upstairs. As we walk upstairs, I want to talk about the local real estate market for Medina. The zip code 98039, because if you're considering Medina, details matter. I know buyers and sellers are both watching closely, and one of the things I try to do on this channel is give you real insight, not sensationalized hype. So here's what the most recent data is showing us as of May 2025, straight from the Northwest Multiple Listing Service. I pulled May 2025 market data from the Northwest MLS, and here's what's happening. New listing inventory is actually down year over year. May of 2024, there were a total of 46 active listings from the beginning of 2024 through May of 2024. So this year we're sitting at 35 active listings in total for Medina for single family homes from the year so far. And pending sales, they are down 59.1%, which is 9 sales through May of this year compared to there being 22 pending sales in Medina from the beginning of the year to in 2024 to May 2024. And what's really wild, not a single home closed in May. 0. Again, there were a total of 3 pending sales and 10 active listings so far, to give you some context. That's extremely rare for this zip code, and it's telling. High-end buyers are moving cautiously right now, and sellers are facing longer days on market. In fact, homes are now sitting an average of 46 days. That's more than double last year. Now, before anyone panics, here's how I'm reading it. This is not, the real estate collapse that some people are just begging and hoping for. This is what happens when the ultra luxury market takes a breath. Buyers have more options and sellers have to be strategic. For buyers, that can mean real opportunity, especially for a move-in ready home like this one. And for sellers, it means pricing, presentation, and marketing need to be absolutely dialed in. Now let's talk pricing. Medina's price year to date dropped from 3.99 mil to 3.3 mil. That's a 17.4% price drop, percent in drop. Now, average price is also down 16.4%. But here's the kicker. List to sales price ratio is up. Buyers who are making offers are closing closer to asking, which tells me serious buyers are still out there. They're just waiting for the right match. If you're a buyer right now, this might be the window that you've been looking for. High inventory, soft prices, and room to negotiate, especially for properties like this that offer turnkey luxury in a legacy neighborhood. If you're curious how this all plays out for your specific situation, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or just exploring your options, please feel free to reach out to me. I offer a free strategy session where I will walk you through the full picture, share what I'm seeing on the ground, and help you map out the right move for you. Okay, we are finally getting near the end of our tour. I'm going to show you the front of the home here again. Check out the front yard here. Love the path here. Love all the plants. Love the grass. Just so cool. This was such a cool home to tour. Really love the size of the home, the size of the lot. Really nice corner lot. This is such a nice, small, quiet, peaceful neighborhood. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this beautiful home tour here in Medina, Washington, next to Bellevue, Washington. Again, my name's Aaron Morrow. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I've been working with buyers, sellers, and investors in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties for over a decade now. If you're looking to make your move over here to the greater Seattle area or Eastside area in the next 9 days or 9 months, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info can be found below in the description. I'd love to show you how I can make your next move over here in the greater Seattle area a smooth one. And of course, if you're looking for more home tours or you'd like to hear what other people have said about working with me, please look somewhere on the screen right here. And of course, until next time, I hope to be showing you some more property tours, and please subscribe to me for more real estate shenanigans. Have a great day.